Okay guys, this is part 5 of Catholicism. I know, it has been a lot. And this is not even like all of it. Trying to just get like a basic understanding and kind of a complex dive into beliefs. So I wanted to talk about one of the biggest misconceptions of the Catholic Church actually. Well, there are stereotypes, but that's different than misconceptions. There are stereotypes about every religion, but there is a lot about Catholicism. And some of them are just disgusting for me to hear and kind of hurtful to hear as a Catholic. That like, not even that it hurts my feelings, just like people actually think this about us. One of the stereotypes, I will name one, is people think that all like priests are rapists or that kind of thing, and that like nuns and religious sisters are abusive. And I will say these stereotypes did not come out of nowhere. What people are talking about, rapists, priests are rapists, this is because before the Reformation of the Catholic Church, if you don't know what the Reformation of the Catholic Church, it happened in about the 17th century. The Reformation is when people realized that there are some things about the Catholic Church that were not okay. One thing that was not okay is that indulgences are basically, back then, it's crazy, right? You could pay a priest and he would say, okay, if you give me this amount, if you give the church this amount of money, you'll be able to get into heaven. So people really thought they could like buy their way into heaven. But when people came around thinking that priests were rapists and stuff, it's because there were quite a few cases before the Reformation, which is really sad, of priests who were not good priests at all, who were very violent and did do those things in a lot of cases, fully acknowledging that. The reason that it's a stereotype nowadays is people assume that all priests are, which there are hardly any priests nowadays like that. In fact, being Catholic my whole life, every single priest I've met, almost everyone, priests in general, are some of the kindest, funnest people you will ever meet. Like, we have water balloon fights with them, we do all kinds of fun stuff. And religious sisters and nuns are some of the happiest, most joyful people you will ever meet in your whole life. In fact, I might even want to be one day. But back to the biggest misconception of the Catholic Church is that we worship Mary and the saints. This is because we venerate Mary and we pray through the saints. Veneration is very different from worshiping. We venerate and honor Mary because she is sinless, as Jesus told us in the story of the Annunciation. The story of the Annunciation was when Mary was raised into heaven, fully raised into heaven. Same with the Ascension. The Ascension is when Jesus fully went into heaven. That means full body, full spirit. So yes, people think that we worship Mary, which is not true. We only worship Jesus Christ. And we pray through the saints to Jesus for different things. There are these things called patron saints. These are special saints that you can pray through if you have different problems. For example, if you lose something, you can pray through Saint Anthony, who is the patron saint of things that are lost. The patron saint of expecting mothers is Saint Perpetua. There's a lot though. Go to the final part.